Have you ever noticed how often people, especially older adults, wake up around 3 o'clock in the morning? It's quiet. The world outside is still asleep. Yet somehow, your eyes are open and your mind is wide awake. You lie there, staring at the ceiling, wondering why this keeps happening. You're not stressed, not in pain, just awake, as if your body decided that's enough sleep for tonight. If this sounds familiar, you're far from alone. In fact, studies show that waking up between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. becomes increasingly common with age. But here's the thing, it's not just old age. There's a real, biological, and emotional story happening beneath the surface. Tonight, we're going to uncover that story, the 5 most common reasons people wake up around 3 a.m., and what your body might be quietly trying to tell you. Because sometimes these wake-up calls aren't a problem. They're an invitation to understand yourself more deeply. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's begin. Reason 1. The melatonin decline. Our story begins with a small, powerful molecule, melatonin. It's often called the sleep hormone, but really it's your body's internal signal that says, "It's dark now, time to rest." When you're young, melatonin flows naturally every evening, building up as the sun goes down and peaking in the middle of the night. That's what helps you drift into a deep, unbroken sleep. But as we age, that production slows down, sometimes by as much as 50%. The pineal gland, the tiny structure in your brain that makes melatonin, simply becomes less active. So what happens? You may fall asleep easily around 10 p.m. or 11 p.m., but by 3 a.m., your body has already burned through most of its melatonin reserve. Your internal signal that says stay asleep grows weaker, and slowly your brain starts to wake up. This is why many older adults find themselves suddenly alert at 3 a.m. for no reason at all. Now here's the hopeful part. You can work with this change. Simple habits can make a real difference, like dimming your lights an hour before bed, avoiding phone screens, or taking a gentle evening walk. Light is the biggest influencer of melatonin, so controlling it can reset your rhythm. And remember, waking up doesn't mean something's wrong with you. It means your body's chemistry is shifting, and with the right care, you can help it adapt. Reason 2. A shifted internal clock. Advanced sleep phase. Now let's talk about your internal rhythm, your circadian clock. This natural clock decides when you feel sleepy and when you wake up. As we grow older, this rhythm often moves earlier, a change scientists call advanced sleep phase syndrome. You might notice you start feeling tired around 8:30 or 9 p.m., even if you used to stay up past midnight, and without realizing it, your body finishes its full sleep cycle by 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. It's not insomnia, it's timing. Your body simply believes the night started earlier than it actually did. Take, for example, a retired man named Charles. He used to work long hours, eating dinner around 8 p.m. and sleeping at 11. But once he retired, his evenings became quieter. He started eating dinner at 5:30, watching a bit of TV, and by 9 p.m., he was fast asleep. So naturally, how his body's morning arrived by 3 a.m. It's biology, not a mistake. If you'd like to shift your rhythm a little later, try these small adjustments. Expose yourself to bright light in the evening, even just from lamps or reading lights. Stay active a bit longer into the night. Gentle stretching, a conversation, or a relaxing hobby. These subtle signals remind your body that it's still evening, helping you fall asleep later and wake closer to sunrise. Reason 3. Physical discomfort and subtle health factors. Sometimes your body wakes you because something doesn't feel quite right, even if you don't consciously notice it. As we age, physical comfort becomes more delicate. Joints ache, muscles tighten, the bladder fills more quickly. Even small shifts in temperature can nudge your body out of deep sleep. Many people wake around 3 a.m. not from stress, but from these quiet, physical triggers. For example, arthritis may cause stiffness after a few hours of stillness, or acid reflux may kick in if you've eaten too close to bedtime. Then there's one of the most common causes, the bladder. As we age, it becomes less elastic, meaning it signals the brain sooner, even for small amounts. You wake up to use the bathroom, but by the time you return to bed, your body has already transitioned out of deep sleep mode. It's a frustrating cycle, but again, it's not your fault. Sometimes even medications can quietly interfere. Drugs for blood pressure, pain, or heart health can shift hydration, raise body temperature, or increase bathroom trips. A simple conversation with your doctor about timing doses can often make a world of difference. The takeaway is this: when your body wakes you, it's communicating. Instead of fighting it, try listening and then supporting it. Small improvements in comfort, hydration, and nighttime routine can return those missing hours of rest. Reason 4. Subtle lifestyle patterns. One of the most overlooked reasons for 3 a.m. awakenings isn't medical at all, it's behavioral. As life slows down, our daily routines often shrink too. Fewer errands, less sunlight, quieter evenings. And without those external time markers, our body loses some of the signals that tell it when the day begins and ends. Think of your daily rhythm as a symphony. Each note matters. When we eat earlier, rest earlier, and move less, our body assumes the night is shorter too. Take Walter, for example. After retiring, he started eating dinner around 5 p.m., relaxing in his recliner, and often dozing off before 9. It felt natural, but soon he was waking up at 3 a.m. every night. It wasn't anxiety or insomnia. His schedule had simply moved forward by 6 hours. When Walter added small changes, a short walk after dinner, brighter lighting in the evening, and no naps after 5 p.m., his sleep shifted naturally closer to 6 a.m. Sometimes it's not about sleeping longer. It's about syncing your body clock back to your real life. Also, consider your diet and caffeine habits. As metabolism slows with age, caffeine stays longer in your system. Even a cup at 2 p.m. can affect you hours later. And if you eat dinner too early without a small bedtime snack, your blood sugar may dip at night, subtly waking you up. Balance and rhythm. That's the secret. Reason 5. Emotional and psychological restlessness. About 4 minutes. And then, there's the quiet kind of awakening. The one that has nothing to do with your body at all. You open your eyes at 3 a.m., the house is silent, but your mind isn't. Memories start whispering. Thoughts you haven't faced in years drift to the surface. Things left unsaid, people you miss, questions about the future. This is emotional restlessness, and it's far more common than most people admit. In our younger years, we're too busy to notice. But as life slows down, space opens up. And with that space, emotions long buried begin to rise. For many older adults, loneliness also plays a role. The world grows quieter. Children move away. The phone doesn't ring as often. During the day, distraction helps. But at 3 a.m., silence magnifies everything. Take Gloria, for instance. She's 80, widowed, and spends her days gardening and calling her grandkids. But nearly every night around 3 a.m., she finds herself awake, replaying memories of her husband, wondering if she could have done things differently. At first, she thought something was wrong with her sleep, but she later realized it wasn't her sleep that needed healing. It was her heart. So she began keeping a small notebook by her bed. Each time she woke, she'd write a few thoughts. Simple, honest, unfiltered. And slowly, those nighttime awakenings turn from frustration into reflection. If you wake up with your thoughts spinning, try to meet them with gentleness. Don't fight them. Instead, breathe, write, or pray. Let the stillness of the night become a space for release, not resistance. Because sometimes the body wakes not to trouble you, but to help you listen. So if you've been waking up around 3 a.m., remember this. You are not broken. You are changing naturally, beautifully, and consciously. Your body, your mind, and your emotions are simply learning a new rhythm, a rhythm that reflects the wisdom and sensitivity of this stage of life. Every reason we've talked about, from melatonin to emotion, carries a message. It's your body's way of saying, I'm still here, I'm still adjusting, please listen. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., instead of frustration, try curiosity. Ask yourself, what is my body asking for? Maybe it's darkness, maybe it's comfort, maybe it's peace. With a few mindful changes and a bit of compassion for yourself, you might just find that 3 a.m. becomes not a moment of restlessness, but a moment of quiet understanding.